Sorry.
Where does medical coverage come into this? If you say you're paying 70% collision insurance and the people in your car get hurt, do they get full coverage?
It is.
There's no option. What is that third person liability then?
Liability.
And that'll never cover the driver?
No, it never comes out. Whoever is giving an accident has to sue. And if he's got a case, then the insurance will pay. But you can't sue yourself.
Does the suit take 3 years to process, or is there some type of expedited?
That's a legal question.
Okay. Yeah, but you should know about this.
I don't know.
You don't, okay.
I do, 3 years.
You have a question?
I was sued, it took 3 years.
Yeah.
Are you saying that there is no medical coverage available?
You have to make use of
Uh-huh.
Yes, Qualitas, that's the Mexican company, will send you, should we say, an add-on to the policy that will cover medical expenses of the people in the car. Why worry? We have a car.
That's right.
People in the car.
Okay, we all set on medical insurance.
Could you, the Mexican insurance company again, the name?
Qualitas, Qualitas, like quality, but it has an AS at the end instead of a Y.
Do you have a stack of business cards?
Yeah. I think we should.
I'm going to route them right now, and then you guys can go to the website.
We also have some giveaways.
You know, as you spoke, it sounded like Yacht Inns was less expensive. But that other company that you did mention, the one that paid off-road, you talked highly of, even though it might be a little more.
Yes.
What was the name of that company?
Mapfre. M-A-P-F-R-E.
And it's on the website.
Yep.
Leads may be cheaper, but if it doesn't pay, what's the point? All right, so.
It does pay. They don't mind paying as long as you're honest.
Okay.
And they're going to try and rule out, it's not because it's company policy, but because the people
Culture.
don't want to really sort of up and down. Yes.
Can you tell us a little about life insurance and actual medical, other than CAPA options for medical insurance?
Medical insurance, yes. Life insurance, I won't touch on.
And are you going to speak on home insurance?
Yes, that's the next chapter.
Does it help to have a good agent? If you had, I have an agent,
No, fire the agents, go for a broker.
Okay.
Here we are.
Fire the middleman.
Just finding, they call it the guy from Perigo, the house, the value, give you the value of the house for insurance purposes. It turned out to be the INS agent here in San Ramon, whom I did business like here. It took forever, and then when he finally did show, he valued the house and we got an insurance policy. What is, do you go physically or send a representative of your company physically to every single house you insure to what you go?
Anyway, I'm closing the chapter of auto insurance, I'm going to go on to homeowners insurance. Okay. In other countries, homeowners insurance covers 3 general aspects. You've got coverage for the house itself. You've got theft of the contents, and you've got liability. Well, here you can buy those 3 in a package, but it doesn't suit you to do so. So I'm going to deal with those 3 separately. Okay? Starting with the insurance of the house itself. You can buy a home fire and natural disasters policy. There are 3 companies that put that out. INS, of course, ASA, and Manfred. Manfred is brand new. We haven't yet had the training process. We don't know what they're offering, but they're starting to offer that. So actively, there's INS and there's ASA, and their policies are practically identical. And ASA's is a wee bit cheaper, isn't it? Yep. And we believe that ASA's service is going to be pretty good. And so
Where are they from?
ASA is the main Panamanian company, the biggest.
And they service Latin America?
Central.
Central America?
I just know that,
AOSA. Okay. The Home Fire Natural Disaster Policy covers fire, lightning, quakes, tremors, tsunamis, floods, landslides, falling objects, vehicles colliding with a house, etc., 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 etc. Okay? The premium is roughly 0.2%. That's 1/5 of 1% per year, based on the estimated value of rebuilding. Okay? Now, important. People very often call up and say, Dave, I just bought a house for $500,000 and I want to insure it. I say, well, how much do you want to insure it for? They say, well, it cost me $500,000. Well, that's totally irrelevant. What you paid $500,000 for was a piece of land, and there's a certain amount of security and perhaps a view and all this sort of stuff, which are uninsurable. So what you insure is the bricks and mortar to make that house. Okay. If you just built the house, you know how much you invested. Okay. If you bought the house, well, there you got a problem. How much is the house worth? Insurance agents and brokers are absolutely forbidden to intervene in that process.
To what?
To intervene, to appraise. We cannot appraise.
Right, but you just said that or I'm misunderstanding. You said something in the house with appraised.
No.
Never said it right.
It's up to the homeowner to say how much he wants to insure his house for, based on estimated rebuild value. Okay? How do you get to the estimated rebuild value? Now, the usual way that people say is, oh, we bring in an appraiser. Well, I may be struck by lightning for saying this, but appraisals are a racket. Right? The amount that the appraisers charge is based on the amount they appraise. So it behooves them to appraise high. And then you get stung with a high appraisal fee, and then you're going to get stung with high insurance. So what do? Okay. My advice is, everybody knows a builder. So invite your friendly builder over to your house and ask him, give him something from a brown bottle to drink, and when he's feeling top of the world, you say, hey Joe, this type of construction, how much is he going for now the square meter? Or square foot? He'll tell you. You multiply it out by the dimensions of your house, and there you have a reasonable value. And you haven't shelled out a huge amount for appraisal. Okay? That's the way we do it. Now, the gentleman says, why does the insurance agent have to go to take pictures of the house? Well, it's exactly that. We have to go to take pictures to see the house, to be able to tell the insurance company that we've seen the place and it hasn't been burned last week and it doesn't have cracked walls from the recent earthquakes or the landslides that have come because of the rains, etc., etc. Okay? So the insurance agent has to go. So don't wait until the flood waters are rising to call your agent or broker to insure the house. It takes a few days.
Qualifications of the builder that you would, licensed contractor, not important. A letter from somebody who says, he's a builder that says it would cost this much to rebuild your house.
Not even that.
Not even that.
You say how much you want to insure.
Okay.
Okay. The same rule applies to insured value as applies on the auto insurance. So if you insure your house because you're poorly advised for 150% of its legal value and it falls down or burns down or whatever, they're not going to pay you 150%. They're going to pay you enough to rebuild your house. Now, if you underinsure and insure for 75% of its rebuild value, and then it's burned down, they're going to pay you 75%. If it's cracked in an earthquake and you need repairs, they're going to pay you 75% of the cost of repair. Okay, people often ask, what do we do if after the earthquake we find that the house is cracked? Well, first thing you do is you call your insurance broker, because you need to notify through your broker. You have to tell the insurance company that there is going to be a claim. Okay? So you get your foot in the door right away and notify your broker. Next thing you do is you call your friendly builder, one with the same guy with the brown buckwood place, and you say, hey Joe, give me an estimate in writing how much it's going to cost to fix this crack. And he'll give you the estimate. Which means that because most of the damage to housing in Costa Rica comes from earthquakes, it means that when your house is damaged in a quake, there's going to be $100 damage. And the insurance companies are going to be hard-pressed sending their adjusters to all the different houses in order to adjust. So it's going to be a few days before the adjuster gets to you. This gives you time to get your appraisal. When the adjusters arrive, because they're so pressed for time to do their work, they are cursory. So they'll say, oh yeah, that's $1 million colones. And you say, oh yeah, I've got this estimate that says it's going to cost $5 million colones. So the appraiser will say, gimme. The appraiser from your builder will say, oh, I hadn't noticed that was weakened, that was cracked, this was leaking. So then he'll say, well, we'll pay you $4.5 million or whatever, and you'll get what you fair amount for your repair. Yes?
Is anything excluded from these so-called natural disasters?
Oh yeah.
Like what?
Okay. Damage caused by lightning which did not produce a fire.
So basically, it burns all your appliances up. But there's no fire and you can't do them repair.
You can't buy that insurance through any provider.
I don't know if Manfred's policy will happen, because
Right.
the training is going to be on the 2nd of November. 2nd of November. So as yet we don't know what Manfred's policy will look like.
Tell them that they want some business to include that in their policy.
You know the e-station was paid. If lightning strikes the electric wires up the street from your house and toasts your TV and your computer, etc., e-station is supposed to pay you for repair.
Okay, hang on, there's a lot of chuckling here. Have you actually ever known that to happen?
I've heard of it happen. My personal experience has been lousy.
Okay.
A few years ago, lightning struck the electric wires close to where my office is, and it toasted, I